Hello everybody, it's Eric from Team Interstellar. Today I'm here with Steven, who finished top 4 at the Rouge's Den Rarity Collection Tournament. So, what'd you play today?
Hello, I played Vanquish Soul. Everybody knows me. I've been playing this deck since it came out. I'm a believer in the deck. Ever since like it came out, I just been like I had no interest in any of the other decks, and this deck did like what I love about the game, which is interaction and player interaction.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. So first, I'll start off with the hand traps. Played 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Shifter, 3 Ash Blossom, and 2 Karakara. These 9 were all cracked today. Like, I chose the main Shifter over Crow today because I felt like this into unknown matchups is just better for my grind game than my opponents. Every Pearly matchup, even though like they can play under Shifter, if they're not ready to play under Shifter, this just cooks them. Every Pearly matchup, like I won because of this. This is just because I played Effect Veiler over Imperm because drawn Effect Veiler through Borger, it becomes like an actual hand trap instead of I have to wait till my next turn to set it, unlike Imperm. And I can still use this on my opponent's turn. And then Ash is just the best fire target in the deck to reveal off of, and it's the best hand trap in the wide format. Karakara, it helps with the Pearly matchup and just any other matchup going second. I wanted a card that was good for my deck and good going second, and I didn't want to rely on having to do the Mad Love trick combo with the Fire Kaiju and bounce it back to the hand. I just wanted a monster that I can use and just like clear the board, clear SPs that don't resolve correctly, and just like something into Pearly that was like good. So I played Karakara. More non-engine. We played 3 Fenrir, 1 Arise Heart. Fenrir is the best Earth target for this deck. We don't have Max C like the OCG, so like I wanted something to like suffice as an Earth. Plus, it puts pressure on the board. Plus, in my deck specifically, Fenrir can become a way to finish off games with Rise Heart. I play Red Eye's Flare Metal, so like if I don't do enough damage, I Fenrir into this, summon this, effect banish one of these out the deck, turn into a level 7, and then make Red Eye's Flare Metal. Then my opponent has to play under that plus whatever I have. So this card's just so good. Why is it still at 3? Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
But that's it for all the non-engine. Now for the engine, you play the second best card in the deck, new card, Vanquish Soul Jialong. For those that don't know what this does, this is the reason why the deck is broken.
Yeah.
So if you reveal any card to activate a Vanquish Soul effect, you summon this out the hand. Then his second effect is 1, you can either reveal a fire, he becomes a makeshift enemy controller by switching the battle position at any monster, or you reveal 2 fires and it searches any Vanquish Soul card in the deck. I think once, if I played 3 because I want to open it, me and my friend Johnny, who got top 32 at YCS Indy, he was on 3 and I was on 2 that day. And then at the end of the tournament, we were going back and forth, and we both agreed that 3 was the best number because we just want to see this card because this card wins you the game. I felt like if I opened this plus Rosin, I was never losing that game. Which
so much advantage.
And which happened every time I opened this in a way to get the Rosin, I never lost the game. Speaking of which, we played 3 Vanquish Soul Rosin. It's the Stratos. It's the heart and soul of the deck. It connects all your other pieces together. Then we play 3 Heavy Borger. I decided to play 3 of this instead of 2 and 2. So like 2 Borger, 2 Caesar. I just relied on the upstart effect more and like tagging out, and plus I wanted enough darks so I can resolve his second effect more than not without having to search this. So I went to play 3. Then we played 2 Mad Love. I only played 2 search targets for her, so she doesn't really do anything going first unless like I hard open another 4 and can make King Dempsey. But I needed her for a normal summon.
Yeah.
And like she's really good. Her second effect comes up. It didn't come up at all today, but like it comes up sometimes. So I wanted to see her sometimes, but not all the time. Then I play one of each of the 4. Each of the Earth monsters. Because these 2 are the ones that you're searching off this and this on your opponent's turn. So like you can resolve every effect in the deck. I was playing 2 at YCSND, but I kept opening up this and these together without a way to normal summon, and I hated so I cut this down. And I didn't miss anything with these ratios. I think this is the perfect ratio for this deck continuing, if it gets more support or it doesn't. And that's it for the monsters.
So you feel like you had a good spread of attributes?
Yeah, my spread of attributes was really good. I didn't miss or like didn't see any attributes. Like the hands where I open up all fires, I'm like, oh, do I have Jalong? Oh, I just went. Then on to the spells. Every spell card in this deck, except for 1, is just all ways to get to Rosin. Because like I just want all consistency cards. So like we played 3 Prosperity, 1 Rhoda, 1 Dorindle, 3 Stake Your Souls. All of these get you to the game plan in some way, shape, or form. If you have Rosin, this becomes a dig for your power cards that I will show soon. And then the last spell is Continue, one of the search targets for Mad Love. This Reborn, it's a battle trick on your opponent's turn. It's pretty good, just like a fighter game. Then for the trap cards, we played 2 Summon Limit, and then the 1 Snow Devil. This card right here is insane. This is a custom card. So like you reveal 3 attributes, or up to 3 attributes, and for each reveal you do each effect in sequence. If you reveal all 3, the total things that will happen is your opponent mandatory will get burned for 18. You will dark hole the board, and all the monsters that get destroyed that aren't Vanquish Soul except for Vanquish Soul monsters, and then you summon a Vanquish Soul monster. So even if they imperm your rock, on draw phase, this helps you play on your opponent's turn and punishing them for imperming your rock. And then I played 2 Summon Limit over Tikaboo. A lot of decks are playing Tikaboo. In this format that's so wide, there's not like a singular mono type deck, so Tikaboo becomes infinitely worse. Whereas Summon Limit, everybody has to summon twice before they can do anything that their deck wants to do. And like this was gas. Every time I flipped it, it just ended the turn. Like I played against a Mandanium player. I went first and I had this. He went Summon Fenrir in defense. I don't know why he went to defense. He was going second. Then he went Search Visas off the tier planet. And then he went Visas Pop Fenrir. So his board was just Fenrir, or not the tier planet, but the right card planet. He searched Scareclaw Clash Tier. And then he went Activate Scareclaw Clash Tier. I was just like flip Summon Limit. And then my board was fully established, and he just scooped. This card's insane.
Yeah. How many cards in the main?
40. Clean 40.
What was the reason you didn't play Dust Devil?
So I didn't play Dust Devil because one, opening it up is just infinitely worse. It makes your hands infinitely worse. Going first, because it doesn't really do anything for you. And going into boards, like going second, it doesn't help you like break the board. It just books and moons their monster, changing in defense.
Yeah.
Whereas this card basically is a better Dust Devil. It clears the monster, summons a monster you control, and then lets you play still.
Yeah.
So I didn't play Dust Devil because of the trap card. The trap card is just infinitely better. There was if there was more room in the space, because I don't play Dust Devil at all. If there was more room in the side deck, I'd probably side deck one. But as far as main decking it, I didn't miss it at all. So I probably wouldn't play it anymore. But I do want to try to find room for the side, because it is like going first, another card in the Pearly matchup that just like auto cooks it. But that's it for the main deck. On to the extra deck. I played 3 Rock of the Vanquisher. It's the bread and butter Link monster in your deck. Link ones are amazing. This one helps you play on your opponent's turn, only during the main phase, but like it helps you play on your opponent's turn. It lets you basically protect him by having your opponent attack your monsters with the highest attack. So like he's always there, unless they out him first. But yeah, he's like the only thing that I made all day. But yeah, it's the best card in the extra deck. Then the rest of the extra deck are just toolbox monsters, just because I can play them. We played 1 IP, 1 SP, 1 Lingaribo, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Security Dragon, 1 Baguska, 1 Abyss Dweller for Tyr and Unchained, 1 King Dempsey to get to Rosin if we open up 2 4s and not Rosin, 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Flare Metal, 1 Zeus, 1 Typhon. So the thing with the extra deck is like, one, I didn't play the Zoo package because I felt like after Age of Overlord, if I'm making a format Zeus, I must be already losing the game. Because like every time I made a format Zeus, I infinitely lost. Like once I set up with Jiaolong Rosin and like my whole board, I don't need the Zoo monsters because I'm never making a format Zeus. And that's the only reason why you played the Zoo monsters. So I just cut them, and I cut them for this card and this card here. So I played Lingaribo. Because I was afraid I was going to get Ibly locked, because I wasn't sure what people were going to play. So I just didn't want the chances of me having to pass my turn because I got Ibly on my board. So I just played Lingaribo for that. IP was there because there are some board states where I have like just 2 bodies because I did too much, and I can make an IP under rock, and then I can SP on my opponent's turn. So that's what that is for. SP because it's the best Link 2 in the game right now. It does what Unicorn did, but 1 Link less. Phoenix to pop back row. Security Dragon to out monsters that like Mirror Jade, or just like problem monsters that without destroying them. Then these, this is for the Finner trick. These are just like good cards.
Oh yeah.
This right here, I wanted to play another Ring 4 that actually did something. And like those small board states where I'm like not losing but don't have the advantage when my opponent does. So I like 2 4s makes this, clears the board, and then I can make Zeus or make this on top of it. That's what this was for. It didn't come up today, but like I probably wouldn't cut it because like there's like nothing else worth playing right now. But the extra deck is still flowing for all the text. Yeah, and that's it for the extra deck, because like everything else is just basically standard. Now for the side deck, played 2D barrier for Vanadium, Pearly. I even sided this against Sprite. I didn't see it, but like my theory with Sprite is the thing that kills you is their Exceed monsters, not their Link monsters. So like I didn't want them to exceed into Gigantic or the Melfi card. So like if I'm losing or like if I'm gonna like basically take something away from them, I want it to be their Exceed. So this is a side deck for that. Hand traps, we played 2 Nib, 2 Crow, 3 Droll. Nib in tandem with Effect Veiler breaks the Mandadium board, and like I didn't play any Unchained, but I probably would side this in against Unchained. This was for Pearly tier Unchained. It's just a good card to side into over Bistros. I was playing Bistros before, but I felt like in this tournament the chances of my Bistros resolving were gonna be low. And I wanted a card that like hit everything. Like my whole deck theory is hit everything to some degree, so I can play the game on my next turn. That's what these are. Same with these. These hit like mostly everything in the format except for like 2 decks, trap decks and Unchained. Everything else it does something to. I think out of all this, I sided this card in the most. Then the rest of it is just back row. Hate, Duster, 2 Evenly, 3 Cosmics. Knowing Rogues, a lot of people here play Rogue, and I wanted something to deal with the Rogue matchups. And even though like my matchup is like 60-40 against Flu, I also wanted like these cards for the trap card and the this card for the field spell. But they were good all day. I sided like 2 of these in against Max. Didn't see it. But I sided these 3 in all day, and they did your job. I saw this against Max. Yo. But yeah, no, these were good. I probably like if I was to play Dust Devil, I'd probably like cut one of these and just play a Dust Devil and just play 5 back row removals.
Did miss Imperm at all though?
Nah. Like every time I played Imperm, I kept drawing it off Borger.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm not doing this at all tomorrow.
I get it.
Yeah, I was just like, I never missed it at all. And just drawing Veiler, and plus like Veiler is not once per turn, so like just drawing Veiler off Borger on my opponent's turn, and then like Veiler in them, and then like on my turn drawing another Veiler for their next turn. It's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
That also happened to Max.
Oh no.
But yeah, that's it for the deck profile. The deck performed well. I only lost once in Swiss against Johnson. The game was winnable in game 3. I just made a crucial misplay, which lost me a game. I flipped the trap too early.
Wow.
Didn't happen again after that.
Against Vanadium, right?
Yeah. I flipped the trap too early, so like I couldn't actually blow up the board, and I lost the game because of it.
Yeah.
But as far as shout outs, one shout out to the man behind the camera, Eric from Team Interstellar. Shout out Team Interstellar. The guys, they're a nice group of guys. We try our best every tournament. Some of us get lucky, some of us don't, but like the grind doesn't stop. Shout out to the best person on my part of the team, Max. You know, shout out to Will. If you don't know Merciless TCG, go find your tokens. Hit him up. He make the best work. All these other people don't know.
Sure does. That thing's clean.
Yeah. Shout out to Altar SP, so strong. Shout out to my girlfriend Trisha. She lets me come home late and doesn't let me sleep on the couch. She lets me play. She knows I enjoy the game, and she just supports me. And yeah, that's it.
Love to hear it. Again, congratulations. And this has been Eric with Team Interstellar signing out.
Thank you.